Hello, guys. I hope you have a great and amazing day. Welcome to Bright Beginnings. Today, our lesson will be on uses of rocks. Let's get started. Rocks. Okay, formation of rocks. How rocks are formed. Rocks are formed. Rocks are made of different grains that fit together. So this means that rocks are made of different minerals and grains, different types, and grains are one of the pieces of minerals that make up rock. So in a mineral, there are even smaller categories which are called as grains, like one small piece of a mineral. What are minerals then? Minerals are the chemical compounds found in the rock. Rock are mixtures of minerals. So meaning that minerals are chemical compounds, small chemical compounds found in the rock. Rocks are mixture of minerals. So in a rock there can be many types of minerals. Here we have another point. Grains in rocks are of different sizes and shapes called textures of rocks. So the grains in the rock can be any size, they can be different size and even the different shape. This is called the texture of the rocks. Okay, so there are two types of categories in rocks. The two main, not the categories, like the two types of how rocks are and they're not. Grains interlocking, number one. Grains that fit together called interlocking. So in this, there are grains that are stick together really hard, no gaps in between at all, hard and do not wear away easily, cannot absorb water. This means that the rock is extremely hard and very hard and seemingly almost impossible to break. This rock is it does not wear away easily and cannot absorb water. You cannot put water, if you try to put water in it, it will not absorb the water. The other one is rounded rocks. Grains are more rounded, they're in round shape and there are gaps in between them, not strong and very easily. So these type of rocks, I think in many of the places there are types of sand rocks which you press from your hand and they get crushed, they get into sand. These types of rocks are called rounded rocks and they can easily absorb water and are porous, meaning you can put water in them. Okay, here's an example of an interlocking rock, and here's an example of rounded rock. Granite is a rock made from 3 or 4 main minerals. It has interlocking grains. The scale bar helps you to see how big the grains are. So it has many, as you can see, there are many minerals here, and whereas this one has only one mineral called quartz. Uses of rocks. What can be the rocks used to make? Rocks can be used to make buildings, base for roads and railways, constructing buildings and monuments. And you can also be using rocks to make cement. Okay. Write down the name of a rock that has rounded grains and interlocking grains. Here we can write sandstone, which has studied, and interlocking we can write granite. So there's two most important properties for a rock used to make statue or a house. First of all, the rock should be hard and should not wear away easily. Here we can say sandstone or granite or gabbro. It's just an example. Any tool from easy to carve, resistant to wearing away. It should be strong, resistant to wearing away. It should be very strong and not wear away easily. Okay, so now it's quiz time. The measure of a solid's ability to keep its shape when force applied. What's the measure of a solid's ability to keep when force is applied? What measuring it is? What is it measuring? When you hit something, what do you measure in it? Of course, you'll measure the hardness, how hard that object is, how rough or smooth something is. This is the texture of rock, as we said in the beginning. What is the hardest known mineral? This is the diamond, which can be found in mining and is the most hardest known mineral. What do all rocks have in common? They're all the same size, they have all minerals, they are all the same color, they're all the same shape. Of course, they all have minerals. Common. What is the difference between a rock and a mineral? Rocks are made of minerals. Rocks are found underground. Minerals are prettier. Minerals have more uses. So what can we say? We can say that the difference is that the rock are made of minerals. Okay guys, so this is the end of the lesson and hope you like this video. Subscribe and comment down if you have a question. Bye bye.